I've seen the end before, but this time, it's slapped in a PSA 10 and numbered out of doom. I was scrolling through the auction in the middle of the night when I saw another pop on Grail take a mysterious flight. Bid jump $5,000 in the very last beat. Now I'm screaming at my phone in my swivel desk. See, they're grading base cards, grading snacks, grading. Yeah, there's a label on my toaster and a slab on my chair. And every time I think we finally crossed the line, another breaker pulls a case hit from a retail blast of mine. Oh, I said the hobby was dying back in 2021 when the shells hit the moon and the flippers had their fun. But now I feel it deeper like a crease in a chrome refractor. It's not just drama anymore. It's a full-blown X Factor. Lay the hobbies dying. This time for real, not like the last 4 times I screamed it on a live stream deal. Shield bids rising like a storm on the bay. Scammers in my DMs every single day. Scanning my soul, searching cards for a flaw. Big hobby overlords writing loopholes in the law. Yeah, I've said it all before, but tonight I swear it's true. The hobby's dying, and I'm still bidding like a maniac on packed fresh food. Fake names running burner after burner in the same 3 games. I sent a raw young guns, it came back altered, no grade, but the same card in a holder, gem imperfectly made. The wax is all limited, printed out of the sky. Another iconic insert that nobody will buy. And every time a new logo hits my Instagram feed, my wallet writes an elegy my brain refuses to read. I said the hobby was dying when the pop counts blue and a rainbow of parallels look like Skittles stew. But this feels different, darker than before, like pulling a redemption that expired in 94. The hobby's dying. This time it's done, not like last year when I swore I was out after Series 1. Chill bids, graders, scammers all around. CT scans every patch that touches the ground. The hobby's dying. The end is near, but I got 10 breaks lined up through the end of the year. Yeah, I know I said it last time and the time before that too, but the hobby's really dying now.
Wow.
Welcome back. Just 350, the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast. Do we need to say have a moment of silence for the hobby?
Well, I don't know. You're trolling pretty hard on people's hearts and strings there. I love it. I love it, Madigan. You are an evil bastard.
It's over.
That was all Josh. I
had nothing to do. That was Louis. He's a producer. I don't know how to do music.
Oh, that was yours. That was fantastic. Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry, Louis. That was incredible.
No, it was me. Don't blame Louis.
Some good lines in there, brother. Wow, really good. I was laughing pretty funny the whole song there.
Yeah, well, maybe it's something to think about. Okay. Welcome to episode 350 of our little show. I don't think the hobby's dying. So we'll plan another episode for Monday.
You're patronizing.
Am I?
I love it. No, it's good. It's outrageous claims deserve outrageous responses. So
okay, let's we got a lot of actually really fun stuff to talk about today. Very much looking forward to getting into it. Before we get started though, we're excited to announce that we have the checklist for Gongshow Reloaded Volume 1 for 2026. It should be up on our website, our checklist website, hockeycardschecklist.com, in the next day or so. We still plan to release in early January 250 boxes in this Volume 1 for 2026. Some absolute bangers. We've all three of us have gone through the checklist very extensively. And you'll be able to buy single boxes or cases, like we mentioned before. The other thing that we'll probably do right around, I'm guessing, the beginning of the year is another Discord pre-order to say thanks to our Discord community and give those people a first crack at the new Reloaded. So if you're interested in our repack product, then you can look forward to seeing the checklist in the next few days. The only reason why it's delayed is we have a commitment now to add photos to every card. So in the next couple of days, we got to image all 250 cards. It's like you make these promises and then it comes to a time where you have to take 250 photos and edit of cards. And it's like, it'll be a grind. But
the worst moment is after the first one. You know, you're like, okay, number 1, done, 8 minutes. Crap.
It's a lot of fun though. And I absolutely want to have every image of every card on there. I think that's important.
Well, that's the fun part. The things we were happening today was the boring part, right?
Yeah, the spreadsheet
typing out
formatting.
the formatting the cards. That's not fun. At least taking pictures, you can hold the cards and smell them. You know.
Yeah, fair enough. Philip, you got a big show coming up on Friday night. Do you want to give us a preview of Friday Nights with Phil?
Yep. We're in the heart of winter here. Well, not really. We're in the beginning. Not even close. But hopefully I'll be back from Toronto because I'm heading up. I already head up to Toronto. I'm actually in the truck talking to you right now.
Oh,
so
weird.
There was a big snowstorm this morning, and I 50-50 may have left. So I'm heading over to Toronto to see Grant and his boys and his crew and his customer appreciation night for GP Sports.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to go there, bless them with my presence as they bless me with theirs. And I'm really going for the food, so I hope it's pretty good. And I hope maybe I'll make some trades and whatnot. We'll see what's going on there. So hopefully I'll be back Friday in time. I should be. But if not, Dave will hold down the fort. And we have Carol. So I should be back. Carol, if you don't know who she is one of the head honcho manager people for the Expo. And she not only does she do the Expo, they do a lot of sporting events. So I thought it'd be good to pick at her brain a bit and see all the hard work. Because when we get to the Expo a few days early, we see that's when all these people put all the work in. Their strategery gets applied. So I do have a lot of questions. Dave and I are very curious to see what goes in and out of that. So she'll be joining us as our guest. Dave will be joining us. Victoria will be there. Rebecca can't make it, but that's okay. There is no Rebecca.
We'll see.
The problem. You want to know what's sad about that is I'm Greek, and my Greek family. Once you hit a certain age, you mess up all the names of everybody. And I've been doing that with my brother and my son and my staff. I'm turning into my grandpa a little too quick here. I got the one nose hair coming out. It's happening. But anyways, so Friday will be good. Sorry for getting distracted there, but tune in Friday. There'll be no giveaways, but there'll be a boatload of fun. Cries and laughs. So come join us.
I was looking at the numbers this morning. Your show is growing almost every week. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, man. I always said, as long as there's like 20 people there, we'll have fun. And we're consistently getting a lot more than that. And it's a blast. Mm-hmm. And they're sticking around. So it's good. We're doing something fun.
Okay, a few more mentions. Want to shout out Gongshow partner Private Collection Insurance. Maybe you should end the new year right and get your collection protected. Phil never leaves the house without protection. His trusty slingshot is always in tow. I don't know if people knew that. Don't expose your cards and PC to the mean, rough world out there. When you're covered by Enzo Ferrari and PCI, your cards are covered in all hobby circumstances. At your home, in your car, at card shows, which is a big one, on an airplane or hot air balloon even, I think. You can test that.
Have you guys been on a hot air balloon?
Good.
Well, I have not. I don't think I want to. Do you guys?
Louis?
I'd go.
Yeah.
Never been, but I would do it.
I'm not afraid of heights, but I just don't see the purpose. I'm good. I could see an aerial photograph from the ground.
I'm pretty sure after about 4 minutes, I'd be curled up in the corner on the floor crying because I hate
And
heights that bad.
It's a small
You'd
corner,
only be
dude.
20 feet off the ground by that time.
I'm sure. Also, in your dumpy hotel room safe. Don't ever think those are secure. They're not. Consultations are free with PCI, and policies are really not that expensive. So head to privatecollectioninsurance.com today and schedule your time to speak with Enzo. Got to mention GP Sports and Grant from GP Sports. Oh, Phil, I got a follow-up question on the customer appreciation night that you're attending tonight.
I don't know anything. I'm just arriving. I don't know what it is.
Well, no, it's about you.
Oh, okay.
Have you picked out like an outfit? You gonna wear something velvet for the ladies?
I have an outfit. Ladies,
Really?
dude, it's a sausage fest. What do you mean, ladies? What are you talking about? There's nobody's.
Well,
Marco's girlfriend might be there, and she says like 2 words in 3 hours. So, no
what's
big deal.
what's going to be the ratio of male to female at that party?
0 to 150.
It'll be a lot of fun. And oh, you said too that you might pop in on our Slab Sharks Live tomorrow. We might have to just do a little like 5-10 minute
Yeah.
sort of thing. Yeah, that'd be
Well, I
fun.
have the link. I can just come and go as I
course.
please. Don't block me.
I do my own thing.
I do my own thing.
When it comes to breaks, of course, Grant is still breaking the cup like crazy. Be sure to head to gpsportcards.com, get your spots for his Friday night breaks. He's breaking on YouTube at GP Sports Cards YouTube channel, all the same name, which is probably smart from a marketing perspective. Who knows? Maybe you have some holiday luck. Still lots of big bangers, of course, left in the cup. And then if you do need maybe some holiday cash or looking to consolidate your collection, remember Grant is always buying. We'd recommend messaging him on Instagram to set up a time to speak and for him to check out what you have. Lastly, a reminder that our show, this show, the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast, is a Patreon podcast. What that means is that we rely on the support of listeners and watchers like yourself to help us cover our show expenses. Believe it or not, there are expenses to this dumpster fire. Continue to produce more and what we hope to be better hockey card content, and then fun initiatives, even in a small way, to grow the hobby. You can easily support us through Patreon. It costs as little as $5 US a month. Be one of the first 999 supporters of our show. You forever get the Future Watch Gonger title. You get access to our Discord exclusive show Behind the Bench with our guy Neil. He'd be disappointed because about my intro song, because his was all about hobby positivity. So Neil, hope you skipped the intro. What else do we do? Oh, tons of games, contests, scavenger hunts, and then you just get to meet good people, and tons of friendships are made there. If you want to support us, it's very easy to do. Go to our website, hockeycardsgongshow.com, click on the Become a Patron link at the top of the page. Go to Patreon directly, patreon.com. There's a link in the show description in both YouTube and the podcast apps, and in our Instagram and TikTok profiles too. Okay, Baba Louie, you ready with the game plan for today's show?
I'm ready with the game plan. We're going to start with Get to Know Your Hall of Famers. Then after that, it's November's Craziest Card Sale. Up after that, we'll get into some hobby news. Then it's a little chat on, is the average collector getting priced out of the hobby? Following that, some new product release news and notes, and personal pickups.
Thank you, Louie. Let's get rolling with the Get to Know Your Hall of Famers series. It's where we're profiling every single Hockey Hall of Fame player that ever played. We started with the first Hall of Fame class in 1945 and have since been working our way to the present day. Today's Hall of Famer we're going to learn more about is Ernie Russell. Louie, big Ernie fan?
More than a Bert guy.
Yeah, no one likes Bert. Who likes Bert?
Kind of like Bert.
Yeah, well, there you go. He's structured. He's organized.
Oh, stop it. God. Ernie Russell was born in 1883 and lived until 1963, passing away at the age of 79. Okay, before we get into this a little bit too, this guy's nuts. And the fact that we're just hearing about him now and that it took to 1965 to get him to the Hall of Fame, I just want to say that as a precursor. Ernie was born in Montreal and passed away there too. He was a right shot center and a small guy, teeny tiny Phil size, as the kids like to say, 5'6", 155 pounds. In a career that lasted from 1904 until 1914, Russell played for the Montreal Hockey Club and the Montreal Wanderers. Ernie Russell was the offensive engine that drove the Wanderers to Stanley Cup championships in 1906, 1907, 1908, and 1910. Check this out, Phil. In 93 career games, he scored 173 goals. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's bonkers. That's not possible. How is that possible? I'd like to see one of these goals and what they look like.
And he added four assists, meaning he was a complete and utter puck hawk.
Yeah. Definition of what that sounds like. Good thing they didn't have offside back then.
I don't think they really recorded many assists back in the day, but here nor there. He had 177 career points. In 11 Stanley Cup Challenge games, he scored 31 goals. He even amped it up more in the postseason. Why you should care about Ernie Russell. Ernie Russell was a Montreal-born multi-sport star long before superstar was a thing. He grew up in the Montreal Amateur Athletics Association system, played both hockey and football, lining up as a halfback for the Montreal Football Club while emerging as a top scorer on the ice. His senior hockey breakthrough came in 1904-05 with the Montreal Hockey Club in the CAHL, where he scored 11 goals in just 8 games. Early proof he was going to be that guy offensively. In 1905-06, he jumped to the Montreal Wanderers with teammate Moose Johnson, I think we've previewed already, or profiled already, and immediately helped them to a Stanley Cup. In the 2-game total goals showdown with Ottawa in March 1906, the Wanderers won 12-10 on aggregate, with Russell scoring 4 goals in the opening 9-1 blowout. The very next year, 1906-07, he detonated the ECAHA. Russell led the league with 43 goals in 9 games, about 4.8 goals per game, then piled on in the Cup Challenge against the Kenora Thistles, scoring 5 more as the Wanderers defended the Stanley Cup. Around this same peak, Russell authored one of the wildest scoring heaters of the pre-NHL era. He's credited with scoring a hat trick in 5 consecutive games, a streak that's still talked about in old-time hockey circles as pure as video game numbers for the 1900s equipment and ice. I don't know how many hockey circles still talk about 90.
Yeah. 5 hat tricks in a row? Is there a goaltending issue or?
Was there a goalie?
Yeah, was there a goalie? Good call. Yeah, just turn the net around. Street hockey rules.
Before the 1907-08 season, there was real drama. Rumors had him going back to the Montreal Hockey Club, but he chose to stay with the pro-leaning Wanderers. The Montreal Amateur Athletic Association reacted by expelling him, which meant he lost his spot on their football team, basically choosing big-time hockey over the multi-sport, gentlemanly amateur life. He's a rebel.
So back then, it was more your athleticism in general, as opposed to being a specialist in one category. It sounds like that was more respected, to be a jack of all trades, master of none.
No, it's more amateur versus pro.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So he was snubbed because he took the money.
Took the money.
Mm-hmm.
Took the money.
That same 1907-08 season, the Wanderers defended the Cup twice in March against the Winnipeg Maple Leafs, and the Toronto Professionals. And Russell scored 11 of the team's 26 goals in those challenge games, underscoring that when the trophy was on the line, everything ran through him. If you zoom out on his early what, Louis?
No, I just said everything's running through me.
Thanks for the update.
Sorry.
If you zoom out at his early Wanderers run in the ECHA, Russell scored 84 goals in 24 league games, about 3.5 goals per game, plus 31 goals in just 11 Stanley Cup games, nearly 3 a night when the Cup was at stake. That's the kind of production that made contemporaries describe him as the offensive engine of a mini dynasty. Russell actually sat out the 1908-09 season, a surprising sabbatical right in the middle of his prime. When he returned late in the 1909-10 campaign, he immediately reminded everyone who he was by scoring 4 goals in a 7-3 win over the Berlin Dutchmen, clinching his 4th Stanley Cup with the Wanderers. In the inaugural 1910 NHA season, now a full-fledged pro league, Russell stayed near the very top of scoring charts with 32 goals in 12 games, finishing just behind Newsy Lalonde's 38. and showing that his scoring translated from the Challenge Cup era to organized pro play. Over his NHA career with the Wanderers 1909 to 1914, Russell piled up 93 goals and 4 assists in 70 games, plus 292 penalty minutes, more than 1.3 goals per game, while also playing with a serious edge, which would make him a lethal high, PIM fantasy monster of the NHA. Yahoo had fantasy leagues back then.
You said 70 games? I thought they played 48 games or like 52 games.
That was 70 games over 4 years, I think.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They played much less at the very, very beginning. One of his strongest later seasons came in 1911-12 when he scored 27 goals. And write-ups talk about how he and stars like Art Ross and Odie Cleghorn did their part offensively, even when the Wanderers weren't championship caliber anymore, reinforcing that Russell stayed a go-to scorer beyond the Cup dynasty years. A 1908 Ottawa Citizen scouting report basically reads like, an early 20th century coach's nightmare. It called Russell scarcely a more dangerous forward in the game in front of the net, praising his good eye, strong wrist, the ability to keep control in traffic, exactly the profile you'd expect for a small right-shot center who lived around the crease. By 1913-14, his goal totals had tapered off, and Russell retired after that NHA season, but his career line is so crazy for the era. 4 Stanley Cups, 31 Cup goals in 11 games, and dominance in both amateur and early pro leagues, all while never leaving his hometown of Montreal. Long after he hung him up, the hockey world circled back to what he did for the Wanderers. Ernie Russell was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1965. Russell's induction being so late isn't about anyone thinking he didn't deserve it. It's more about how the Hall of Fame grew. The Hall didn't even exist till 30 years after he retired. Early committees were juggling a massive backlog, and pre-NHL stars like Russell were harder to evaluate until historians really dug into that era. By 1965, with his career reappreciated and Russell having been just passed away, I think he died in 1963, the Hall finally corrected the oversight and brought a key Wanderer star into the Hall where he belongs.
Not bad.
This is, you mentioned Art Ross, I don't like Ernie Russell. Okay, this is going to come out all wrong, but that's okay. I'm used to it. Art Ross's accomplishments are phenomenal, but he's also a Montreal Wanderer, if I remember correctly. But he was inducted in the Hall of Fame for being a player and a builder and innovative. I'm talking about Art Ross. These Ernie Russell accomplishments, nothing against Art Ross, but they're superior as a player. He might have not been a builder, but he won 4 Stanley Cups. I think Art Ross only won 1 or 2. It doesn't matter. Art Ross's name is solidified in pretty much if you're 35 years of age and up. We all know who Art Ross is. Boston Bruin, general manager. That's about all I know, but nobody knows who Ernie Russell is. Nobody. This is, I'm so happy we're doing this, but we really need to, I don't want to stop talking about Ernie Russell, right? I don't want this to be the last time I ever talk about Ernie Russell. So what am I going to do about that? I don't know. It's just, it feels kind of silly how things rolled out a little bit with the legend and the iconic history of these players, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing against Art Ross. Nothing, absolutely nothing.
No,
I'm just using him as a placeholder, a comparison. I feel like a really crappy NHL guy. We don't know any of these people.
You should.
Thanks, Louis.
I did a lot of digging into that question because I was really surprised. I'm like, the first thing was like, why did it take 20 years to put this guy into the Hall of Fame versus a guy like equally deserving like Art Ross, who went in much sooner? And I think the main difference was that like to what I had in my write-up, the Hall of Fame started 30 years after this guy retired. Art Ross was still a name in hockey then because he stayed through the NHA, coach, general manager, all the innovations. The trophy was submitted,
That's
in his name,
a big one, right? Yeah,
and he just had a lot more relevancy at a later era. Where after 1914, Ernie Russell was gone from the game of hockey.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was three to 4 decades where someone like, since we're talking about Art Ross, he stayed with the game, not as a player, but he stayed with it. So he's in the circles, he's in the conversations, he's part of the planning. Yeah, I guess it's that simple. Well, then all the more reason to for us to be responsible to maintain these names. So
Yeah.
I think we're doing. I just don't want to stop. So when we're done the Hockey Hall of Fame, we should maybe
Think of
go
something.
back and figure something out. Yeah.
Let's take a look at the Ernie Russell hobby market quick. So he did play in the era of the first 3 sets and does have a card in each. So his rookie card is in the 1910 C56 set. It's card number 20. If you're watching on YouTube, we're looking at a PSA 5 that's a high selling copy. It sold for $2,125 US in April 2024. There's also a Russell card in the 1911 C55 set. It's a way better card. I think this card is a little bit funny, but also cool too. It's card number 35, a PSA 7. We're showing on YouTube's high seller, having sold for $1,530 US in October 2022. And then the last Playing Days card for Ernie Russell is the 1912 C57 set, card number 26. The PSA 6 pictured actually sold for more than the other two, $2,399 US in April of 2024. That's the highest seller of this card to date. And that, boys, is your Hockey Hall of Famer, Ernie Russell.
That was a big one. That was a real big one.
Yeah, only scored 4 goals a game.
Right.
We're going to move on to November's craziest sale. So last month we did a hobby poll for the craziest October sale, and I had a lot of fun. So I thought, let's run it back. If you're not familiar, this is where we pick 3 noteworthy sales from the previous month and let you, the hobby, the good listener, vote on which one is the craziest. The word crazy to Phil's dismay, is intentionally vague. It can mean many different things to many different people, which to me is part of the fun. I spent time looking through November sales and found 3 candidates that I think are crazy worthy sale, candidates, I guess. So I'm going to go through them really quick, and then we're going to talk about the poll results and see if we agree with how the hobby voted. The first one that I chose is a 25-26 Upper Deck Ivan Demidov Young Guns Outburst Red out of 25 raw. Sold for $6,421 US on November 19th. The second option is a 25-26 Upper Deck Macklin Celebrini Base Outburst Gold 101 raw that sold for only $13,293 US on November 27th.
Josh, you couldn't even own that card. You'd be too scared of it.
Yeah, it's sinister.
I would take 2 Demidovs over this.
And then the last option is a 24-25 Upper Deck Premier Macklin Celebrini Rookie Patchtacular 101 raw, so for $10,788 US on November 13th. Those were the 3 options presented. We threw up the world famous Gong Show hobby poll. Everybody loves it. Most valuable thing we own.
Pretty sure it's on city property. Civil infrastructure, Josh. It's ours.
Or clip art.
Or clip art. Yeah, that works.
Any guesses, Phil, at which card got the most votes for the craziest sale of the month? You had a guess.
Yeah, the Mickey Mouse one there, the kids card. The one the I don't know what it's called. The last one with all the colors.
The Patchtacular?
Yeah, the Patchtacular. That one.
Well, you're wrong. Here's how the vote shook out. The winner chicken dinner was the Celebrini Outburst Gold 101, taking more than half of the votes, 56%.
No, the votes are incorrect. I want to recount. Collusion.
And then coming in second was the Patchtacular at 24%, and then the Demidov at 20%.
Yeah, I'm wrong. I'm dead wrong. I'm dead wrong according to this poll. But yeah, I don't want that Celebrini outburst. That picture makes me uncomfortable, like I've stated before.
You might be misreading. I think you're right, but you're thinking you're wrong. It's the craziest sale. Like, what? That's nuts. You wouldn't do that.
I know what you mean, Louis. I still think the Patchtacular. I think I'm a bit of a weirdo and alone on my island for the photograph making me uncomfortable. I don't think most people would care about that. I just think that's a me thing. I do think the majority of the hobby would think the Patchtacular, the Mickey Mouse card there,
Mhm.
would be the craziest out there price. I thought they would agree with me. Yeah,
Gotcha.
I'm wrong. They don't agree with me. They like it. Right? Am I reading that right?
Yeah, I lean that way too, but I have a very strong game used memorabilia bias, and so
Yeah,
it's
I
hard for me to
don't.
wrap my head around 11 grand for a player worn patch.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the best card of there is the Demidov Outburst. So
Yeah. Well, there you go.
there's one for guys trying to get 15 large at my out of the box here in Ottawa. He's got a that's the problem. When you get so many of these civilians joining these breaks, this guy's just holding out. It's still there. I saw it 2 days ago. He's holding out. He's holding out. I'm like, buddy, you're gonna hold out for peanuts on the dollar here if you keep holding out, you big entrepreneur.
7,000 now or $2,000.
He wouldn't even take 10. He wouldn't even take 10.
Wow.
That he grew like 2 inches when he hit that card, right? So you just got to bring him back down a bit.
Which one would you have picked as the craziest, Louis?
Honestly, I don't. One of the Celebrinis. I don't know which one I would have picked over the other. Either
That's
one,
good
take your
conviction.
pick. What's the where does that Celebrini Gold Outburst 101 fall in place of some of the other guys?
I believe
Popular?
it's the highest or the most amount paid for a base outburst.
All right,
Perfect
well,
timing though, because Series 1 released right as the Celebrini Market pop-off event.
Yeah, the Crosby went up to
sure.
like 9K, didn't it? 8 or 9 or something nuts.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, some have gone for
That
quite a
I
bit.
somewhat listen. I'm not justifying a 5-figure price for a one-on-one base card, but if I had to, Crosby's not gonna. He's gonna have less than 5 gold outbursts forever and always. So
That's a fantastic point. You made that before, and I'm glad you brought it up again because I do think that will be significant. Where Celebrini might have 15 by the time it's all said
or
and done,
25. You never know, right?
depending on how
But
long he
that's
plays.
it's a second year, bro. It's a second year gold outburst. It's hockey mouth.
I was a tiny bit disappointed in that I didn't think like the sales were that crazy last month. And then I was like, do we keep doing this? And then I remembered we're 10 days into December and a whole next month is going to be fun.
Yeah.
So very much looking forward
Very different.
to doing this in January. Slab Sharks, the Gongshow partner sponsor, thankful for their support of our show. The current Slab Sharks weekly eBay auction is live. Ends tonight. There's more than 7,700 items available to bid on and win. I, as in me, will be live with California Dave and Sylvan on the Gongshow YouTube channel starting at 8 p.m. Eastern, covering the key cards ending and just hanging out with the chat. Phil will be gallivanting and frolicking in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Louis has a knitting class, still working on holiday mittens, I understand.
It's Thursday nights, man. Can't help it.
Mm. That being said, the three of us hobby buddies and amateur hockey card journalists, we've each scoured the auction, have picked out a couple cards to highlight for you. And because I'm at the top of Santa's good boy list this year on our show, I get to go first. Then
You're the
Louis is on the
nicest.
list. And I guess Phil will go last as there's no mention of you on Santa's list at all.
I don't
But
want to be
there's
on
still
his. I'd rather be on a naughty list than a nice list. Our parties are more fun.
You're weird.
Not a fan of his lap anymore.
Ever since last year?
The incident,
Whoa.
man. We don't talk about the incident.
Oh.
Santa got me a roll of quarters. Okay.
Oh, boy. Anywho.
My two favorite cards. The first one, I think was in our last Reloaded. I really like this one. I'm not a big Patrick Waugh on the Avalanche fan, but I do love this 2013 SP Authentic Sign of the Times 2, Patrick Waugh and Joe Sakic, dual auto out of 25. It's kind of a cool pairing. All-time greats.
Mm-hmm. That's a good pairing. Very
Sign of 2 times.
I did have the thought, though, if they had Waugh in the Habs jersey and Sakic in the Nordiques jersey, this card would go from a solid 8 out of 10 to a 49 out of 10 in my book.
Yeah, big time. Oh, they should have a card called Sign of the 2-timers. Should put Martin Brodeur and Shane Corson on there.
Haha.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Wow. That is...
That's pretty good, I thought.
Yeah.
Might be a
Yeah.
bit old hockey knowledge, but that's okay. All right, don't worry about the button.
Okay, I wanted to find the button.
You got to be on it.
I got a new toy. I'm just still learning
All
it.
right.
Have patience, please. The next card I picked is, I think, a really important card and a great card, and one that needs more light shown on it. It's a 1997 SP Authentic Wayne Gretzky Sign of the Times. It's a PSA 7 grade, but an Auto 10 grade. Believe me, the auto is way more important than the condition of the card in this one, so I would take it as is. It's a card that is red all across the borders. When you look at it, you can go for yourself, look at the Slab Sharks. It's a little bit off-centered, and there's some whitening on the corners. But other than that, I think it's in really nice shape. And why I think this card is important is it's one of Gretzky's first pack-pulled autos, and it's a Playing Days auto. 10 years from now, as there's 800 million more Gretzky cards on the market, I do believe this will be an important distinction. So that's why I picked this one.
I hope you're right, because I don't hear it when I'm at card shows. No dealer, and they pull out the stupidest crap. You know, the W is really firm there. If you look at the they never say Playing Days auto.
You never got foresight.
Well, I think if you're listening, if you're a savvy dealer, start saying what autographs because I don't even think about it. But if I'm on the fence about a card, and the dealer is like, hey, don't forget. That's Peter Forsberg's Playing Day auto. Oh, sold. That pushes you over the fence.
I agree. What I think it's going to come down to is 10 years from now, there might be 10,000 different Wayne Gretzky autograph cards.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that.
Well, there might be.
Probably 100,000.
What?
How are we going to draw distinctions as a hobby as to which ones are better than others? Normally, you might say, well, this card's serial number lower, but there's a billion serial numbers, and I think that's going with the wind a little bit too.
Now, low serial numbers will always be cool. We're guys. We're simple. We like low numbered things, especially body counts.
Me like little number.
I'm sorry.
I do think though that as we're looking for ways to separate the normal Gretzky auto from the special Gretzky auto, that my opinion that the Playing Days and pack pulled during Playing Days will be important. So yeah, there you go.
That would be. I would like that to happen. That would be a good distinction. Just let me buy a few more first, and then we'll go from there. Yeah.
Louis, what were your two favorites?
Well, number one is this beautiful 2015 Upper Deck Rookie Breakouts Gold out of 25 Connor McDavid in a PSA 9 slab. Josh, you got me hooked on these cards.
They're nice.
When you pointed out a Heischer, and I've been buying them ever since. Not the golds, but picked up that is it the Kaprizov at, now I can't remember what expo, one of the expos in the last year or two maybe. But these cards are awesome in hand. They should be more sought after than I think they are.
Nobody knows about them. I buy I have like 15 Brady's out of 100.
Really? I didn't know there was a gold to right now. That's neat.
I had no idea. No idea. I thought they're all out of 99. This looks pretty blue though. It doesn't look very gold.
Fair.
Yeah. And then number 2. Beautiful card. 2024 The Cup Exquisite Collection Rookie Auto out of 25 Jesper Wallstedt.
He's had a micro boom. If Celebrini has had a major boom, this is like a firecracker versus the atom bomb that is Celebrini. But if you have at all followed, you could have got about any Jesper Wallstedt card you wanted 6 months ago for nothing. Not anymore.
Right. And then, of course, he gets really good. And then the cup comes out, and it's like, ugh, dang it.
Fair. Fill up.
Heck.
You chose cards.
Yeah, I went. So I also picked Connor McDavid. I have a couple. So I love this card. Would love to have it in my collection. And I'm not a big ice guy, but I mean, look at that blue flame. Mystery thing going on. I love it. Connor's got a very average face. He looks like he's ready to pass the puck or receive a pass or shimmy shake somewhere. I don't get the retentiveness of certain aspects of Upper Deck with their copyright infringements. So what I'm holding here, good listener, is a card from Panini called Fire on Ice. And knowing how not paranoid, how due diligent full Upper Deck team is, what they would risk changing the word fire on ice, the middle word, to and. That's a bold move. That's a ballsy play, right? So is this where their lawyers were like, no, you're good to go?
But a legal one.
I just find it a little peculiar how they're playing the line on some things and not playing the line on another. Because this is fire and ice, and Panini owns fire on ice. Sounds pretty close to me. So
when it comes to corporate law like that, there's two ways you have to look at it. There's the legal way, where what's legal and what's not, what's copyright or trademark infringement and what's not. And then there's just any company can sue another company when they want. And do you want the headache? So
yeah, I guess they really wanted to make this card. Well, can you sue on what is and? It's a conjunction. That's a conjunction word. You can't copyright that. Like I can't copyright the.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. So I just had this happen to us, believe it or not, this afternoon. We're working on Reloaded. We're working on the packaging, and we had to name it. And I wanted to do like 2026 Series 1 hockey. And then next would be Series 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the thought crossed my mind. I'm like, because I saw it in type. I'm like, Gongshow Reloaded 2026 Series 1 hockey. That's eerily similar to someone else I know.
I can't put my finger on it, but
where have I seen this before? So I went actually to my best friend, ChatGPT, and said, do you think Upper Deck would get mad at us for doing this? And what it basically said was that a term like Series 1 is not in of itself. You can't trademark that.
Okay.
But what Upper Deck could have claimed to is when you say 2026 Series 1 hockey, that could be confusing to people, and it could confuse whether certain people who made a certain product, and Upper Deck might have a claim to that. And of course, we don't want to cheese off Upper Deck. It might make our live shows with Billy a little more awkward going forward if they're in the middle of suing us. And so I changed Series 1 to Volume 1 just to not perpetuate any confusion like that. And so
very kind of you.
I think that's kind of the distinction.
I hope Guardians of the Galaxy doesn't get mad at you.
Is the raccoon?
Oh yeah, is he gonna like sue me?
Don't they have Volume 1, Volume 2, and or is that their?
I was thinking more encyclopedias, but sure.
Britannica? Yeah, there you go. Okay, Phil, what's your second card?
I don't remember.
I forgot what we were doing here.
My second card. Yeah. Okay. I didn't know this existed. So you're telling me in 1951 they did have photograph hockey cards. I'm all about the Laval Dairy Q. So what we have here is Jean Beliveau playing for Laval Dairy. Even though I guess they weren't the Rockets back then. Were Rockets invented back then? I don't know. We didn't land on the moon yet, did we? Either way, I love this card. Photograph. I had no idea these cards existed. I'd like to know more about it. Obviously, I'll just call Jeremy. But it's a photograph. This is way nicer than a 51 Parkey.
For a 2, that's really nice looking. Has good eye appeal.
I'm very excited to learn more about these cards. I don't know anything about them, but what's that, Louis?
I said if there was only a book on
if there was only a book, yeah.
Well, maybe someday you'll write it, Louis.
Yeah, but that's my pick. So I've never seen this card before, and I don't know if it's expensive or it's probably not cheap. I guess I don't know.
Oh, I'm glad you picked it because I'd never seen them either. Weren't there 2 of them in there? Correct. There's 2 of these cards in this auction, I think.
I don't know. I picked the Beliveau because he's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They are in Bobby Brell's book, so go check him out there. He's sort of the encyclopedia.
I
think so, yeah.
Well, I got his book somewhere. Check it out.
If you've not tried selling your cards on Slapsharks yet, you're nuts. Actually, I think that's their new slogan. Try us or you're nuts. Probably
you're
not.
Nuts.
But seriously, we strongly recommend giving it a shot. I would recommend just put together a submission like 5 to maybe 10 to 20. That'd be good. Of good cards and test it. And I do not think you'll be disappointed. The reason why Slapsharks is crushing it is they're the biggest weekly hockey auction, which means the hobby's tuned in on Thursday nights. We know that bangers are going to be available. Plus, they make it super simple on consigners by doing all the work, in our humble opinion, even with Phil's massive ego. Mm-hmm. It's a no-brainer. They're the best. If you're a consignor need it from the United States, there's no worry, hassle, or expense about shipping internationally. We partnered with Slab Sharks, and the Gong Show is the official U.S. submission center. Just ship your cards to us, and we'll take it from there. So for complete consignment information, including payout rates, and to get the process started today, head to slabsharks.com. Hobby news.
Hobby news.
Hobby news.
You guys familiar with Kabuto King?
Negative.
Isn't that like a bedroom move? No?
No.
It's in the book, right?
Stop it.
Oh.
It's a Pokemon thing. So maybe you have to have Victoria chime in on this. But I wanted to talk about this, though, because it can show the inflationary power of one person within a big hobby market, like even Pokemon. So the story comes from collect.com. A Pokemon collector that goes by the handle Kabuto King started a quest this past August to collect every copy of the relatively common Kabuto card from the 1999 first edition series of Pokemon. Prior to his quest, or whatever you want to call it, these cards were selling for less than $1 in near mint raw, but now are going for about $38 raw. So Kabuto King started on August 6th, and he had 69 total first edition Kabuto cards, and by December 2nd, he was up to 1,783. He or she is buying both raw and graded copies. Check this out. PSA 10s have sold recently for as much as $2,200 US.
Oh my goodness.
In July, it was $80 for a PSA 10. GameStop has gotten into the bit and is doing buying events for people coming to sell their Kabuto cards. And I get it. It's not a Pokemon show, but again, it does illustrate the inflationary effect that one person can have on the hobby. And maybe there's a lesson embedded in here for all of us hockey card bros that have been trying to find the meaning and all the craziness over ultra modern in our hobby lately. I've actually wondered before if someone would ever try to do something like this. And Phil, this is 100% like something you would do or maybe have done with Shane Pinto, Young Guns. I think your fatal flaw, though, was just keeping it a secret, where this guy has made this very public and the prices just keep going up, up, and up. And I saw, too, there was a reel or social media clip of Logan Paul bidding $51,000 on a Kabuto card in auction a few weeks ago and lost. Right, he was trying to snipe it and lost, and was freaking out that he lost the auction. But one guy goes onto X or Twitter and declares he wants to own all the Kabuto cards, and now they're up 1,400% in value.
I sold an entire complete set of the first edition Pokemon for 1 Bitcoin like 10 years ago. I did pretty good.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, it was an old roommate of mine when I was a teenager. He had a girlfriend, and they broke up, and she left all her things there, and she had a binder of Pokemon cards, just to the full completed set of 1994, 5, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I traded it for 1 Bitcoin in like 2015, and I sold that like 2021. I was very happy.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Let's get back to hockey.
Okay.
A lot of Quinn Hughes trade rumors swirling around right now. Have you guys been following this story?
Oh, yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Looks like some changes are on the horizon in Vancouver as the team has had a very disappointing start to 25-26. They're at the very bottom of the Western Conference standings and are signaling that a rebuild might be coming. That put future team captain Quinn Hughes in question as, you know, whether he'll remain with the team or not. NHL insider Elliot Friedman has reported that veteran players are available to trade offers. The key thing with Hughes is he's eligible to sign an extension as of next July 1st. He is signed, though, through the following year at a really good deal, $7.85 million, which should be attractive for any team looking to trade for him. And what's likely fueling Vancouver's willingness to consider a Hughes trade is their uncertainty as to whether he's willing to re-sign with them or not. He might just want out. I don't think he's given them a definitive answer, or that might not be known. And the rumors are now swirling about specific teams that might be in touch with the Nucks about acquiring the 26-year-old defenseman. One of those teams is Louis Devils.
Yeah,
I don't
but
think it's gonna happen.
I don't know where you got Heischer out of that.
Oh,
I've
it's
never
everywhere.
seen that.
Nico
That is
Heischer,
not-
Louis, come on.
gone.
Nope. That
Quinn
would
Hughes.
not be the trade.
Do you really want all three Hughes brothers on one team? Does that seem like a
No.
circus
I don't
sideshow
think it's
to you
gonna
a little
happen.
bit?
I think that would have happened by now if it would have happened. I heard someone, we're all hearing it's all echo chamber, but it stuck with me. Someone said if Quinn Hughes wanted to go to New Jersey, that would have happened by now. Maybe he just doesn't want to go there. Like he grew up with
Maybe.
his brothers. He probably didn't.
Mhm.
It's a beautiful story, but come on, he might not want to, right?
So you're not interested for your Devils team, Louis, huh?
Oh, I'd love to have him. I just don't know about having all three of them together. I just can't see it happening. I mean, you're going to give up a first round pick. You're going to give up probably like Dawson Mercer, Simon Nemec, those two and a first rounder for him.
I'm not very excited about that if I'm a Nucks fan.
No,
I don't know anything about their Alvini. I don't know anything. I don't know much about him.
The
you're
team, though,
not
that I think
excited. Did you say you wouldn't be excited for Nemec and a Mercer and a first round pick for him? That's a lot.
Well, Hughes is one of the top three defensemen in the NHL.
Yeah.
He's very offensive minded.
Yeah.
The team, though, that has been in the rumors the most have been the Red Wings.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like the
Hometown.
Canucks would target Lucas Raymond in a trade with Detroit. What I don't get about that
They're
potential,
buddies, aren't they?
What?
I don't think Detroit won't give up Lucas Raymond. I think they would take Edvinson and maybe Casper, but that's still too much. I don't know, man.
If you
They're
have
professional.
Most Sider, who's a top tier defenseman, a different player than Hughes, I get, not as offensive, but it seems to remove Raymond, which is one of your best scoring forwards for better depth on to improve your D core, doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Half the people would be happy, half wouldn't. It'd be one of those trades.
And I was mistaken. Quinn Hughes, I think him and Larkin are buddies. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay. It's worth noting, too, that Quinn Hughes does not have any trade protection in his agreement. So technically the Canucks can trade him anywhere, but he does have power, though, in that I would think any team that wants to trade for him would be looking for a commitment that he will re-sign this summer.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't trade a whole bunch of assets unless I had a commitment from him to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Who I'm so confused at the Vancouver management. I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna sound like a total moron here, but is
Go
Jim
on.
Rutherford the president and the GM? I thought
Yeah, sure.
I forget, is it Alvini? I'm getting confused, but who's running the show over there? Their culture is probably not good. Nobody wants to play there, and it's one of the most beautiful cities on the planet. Just sounds really terrible.
Bad juju.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Phil, would you
LV
want
is-
your team to get in the mix here? Is there any
No.
package that you would want to?
No, not interested. Not interested. No, we don't need him.
Louis, would you
I'd
give
watch,
up?
though.
Would you give up Zeev and some draft picks and maybe forward for Quinn Hughes on the Wild?
Well, that would put you guys for the cup contention.
Uh-huh.
If you did
Sure. Yeah, I'd do that.
That'd be
I would
pretty.
say
That'd
anyone.
boost your team pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I would say anyone but Boldy or Kaprizov that I would put on the trade block for. I think Quinn Hughes. He's only 26 years old. On the season, he has 2 goals, 22 points, and 25 games played. Is also -9, but it's been a very rough start, as we mentioned, for the team. Vancouver is pretty terrible. They have a -23 goals differential, only better than Nashville at -26 and St. Louis at -27. And on the hobby side, Quinn Hughes, the 2019 Young Guns PSA 10 pop, 3,514, 61% gem rate, last sold for $160 on December 5th. Up 25% in the past month, but still down 20% in the past 3 months. The 52-week high is $288. 52-week low is $111.
You
I
seemed
saw something.
You seemed
go
like you liked Quinn Hughes a little bit, John. Would you give up Boldy as part of a
No.
package? No.
Only Kaprizov, and I might give up Wallstedt.
So you would not give up Boldy.
No.
Having a good year, right? Isn't he? Pretty good.
Wild have two people that can score goals. We can't give up one of those people. We have no luxury, even though I don't love Boldy.
But who's gonna? So Rossi's your center. You can't trade a center for a D. Like how we make it work. We'll make it work.
We've played without a center for many years, Phil. It's nothing new around here.
25, right?
Pretty much. I wouldn't want to give up Zeev or Brock. Who do you rather keep, Louis, Zeev or Brock?
I'll keep Brock.
Yes, that's the right answer. Yeah, he's a very good player. You need that. He's just as important as your big scorer.
What if they wanted Zeev and Wallstedt for Quinn Hughes? Would you do that?
No.
We got Gus.
Yeah, you should. You should do that.
Well, no.
Or would you rather do Zeev and Gus? Would you do that?
They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't even think. They wouldn't even take that phone call.
Because I think they're going to get rid of. I don't think Demko's coming back either. So they're going to need a goalie. I'm just saying.
Well, it'd be very, very wild-like to get rid of Wallstedt because
Fair.
he'll probably be good, get rid of Zeev, and, we didn't need Brett Burns either. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I saw one of the insiders today said that he feels 95% chance Quinn Hughes moves on from Vancouver.
I'd say almost 100. Yeah, that's probably fair. Yeah.
Last thing I want to do in hobby news is circle back to Ivan Demidov a little bit. There's been, as we know, tons and tons of hobby hoopla over Celebrini and Bedard lately. And to me, the 25-26 hobby class has felt maybe that's taken a little bit of a back seat from an attention perspective. And we do have some pretty big 25-26 rookie chases and Demidov, Matthew Schaefer, and a couple others. Right now, because he was in Series 1, I thought we'd maybe again focus on Demidov a little bit and do a market pulse check on the young Habs rookie, see if his market's humming along or if he's getting lost in the sauce, as the kids like to say. Well, let me ask you guys, do you feel like that in the last month or so that the Demidov hype has been overshadowed a little bit?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's been a Sharks, Flyers, not so much Flyers, Sharks, Ducks kind of takeover thing,
Mm-hmm.
I think you're right. Well, let's do a little hockey side review first on Demidov's rookie year. So again, he's a 20-year-old Russian right wing for Phil's beloved Montreal Canadiens. He was the 5th overall pick in the 2024 NHL draft. Here's the 4 players taken ahead of Demidov. Macklin Celebrini was taken first. I think that was a good choice. Artem Levshinov was taken second. You still taking him over Demidov today, or are you
Too soon?
No, too soon. No, I'm saying no.
okay?
With
you're going.
conviction. Yeah.
Third pick was Beckett Seneke. He was having a pretty good year. We need to start talking about him on this show a little bit. He's doing very well in Anaheim. I still think I'm taking Demidov ahead of Seneke, though, at this point. What do you guys think?
I don't know much about Bennett Seneke. I don't know.
Beckett?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Not helpful in that. I just like Demidov. Cool name. Canadian. Russian. Very talented. Very. It's nice to watch him develop.
The 4th player and last player taken ahead of Demidov was Caden Lindstrom. He's drafted by Columbus, currently at Michigan State, has 1 goal and 3 points in 11 games.
Oof.
Yowza. You think Columbus could use Ivan Demidov right now?
That would scare me. Columbus scares me. I know they're kind of like my Sens. You don't know who's going to show up on any given night, but when they click, man. They're a team. They're a good team to watch.
Yeah, this redraft, I would take Demidov second, I think. And of course, Celebrini would be number 1. As far as this year goes, Ivan has put up in 6 goals, 17 assists for 23 points in 29 games played as a -1. Here's what his 82 game pace looks like. 17 goals and 65 points. Pretty on average with what the top rookies have been. A little less on the goals front. I think he'd like to see 20 plus goals, but he's got a lot of runway yet left in the season to pick that up.
Mm-hmm.
And Phil, you've made the point recently that I think is really astute and worth mentioning again. When these guys have to come from Europe and overseas, they are at a disadvantage compared to like a Celebrini or a Canadian or American in that they're coming to a brand new country, new language, new culture. And for any human being, that's a major, you can't discount how big of an adjustment that is, leaving their family, all those sort of things.
And here's the big, they're kids. Like they're kid. Like what 20-year-old kid's gonna say like, well, I kind of miss my parents. They're not gonna say that, but they do. I mean, I wouldn't miss mine.
I have a 20-year-old kid, and it's hard to imagine the responsibility of being a young NHL star on his shoulders.
Yeah. When I think of all our kids, I'm like, no, none of our kids could do this.
It's already been a busy show for hobby polls, but I was curious as to what collectors think about Demidov's performance so far in his rookie year. So I threw up another IG story poll asking you guys, the good listener, to rank his rookie season performance. I gave 3 choices. He's either exceeded your expectations, has played to about what you had expected, or has been somewhat disappointing. Before we get into the results, how do you guys think the hobby voted?
Go ahead, Louis. You have any thoughts?
Not what they answered. How's that?
Okay,
Yeah,
what are the
here's
options
that.
again? What are the options again, Josh?
Exceeded my expectations, about what I expected, or I'm somewhat disappointed.
You're disappointed.
That's
You're talking
what I
about you
was
or the
gonna go
hobby?
with.
The hobby.
Oh,
I'm
in the middle. The middle.
About what the hobby expected. Okay. Well, you're right. That's how 56% of respondents, we had a few hundred votes, said that he's played to about what people expected. The next was 27% somewhat disappointed, and then 18% have said exceeded expectations.
How's he doing this year? How many points does he have?
I just said that.
Well, I wasn't listening.
6 goals,
6
23
goals,
points.
17 assists, 23 points.
He has 3 less points than Tim Stutzel. Tim Stutzel has 26 points on the year. So what is that?
His pace is 17 goals, 65 points.
So does Beckett Seneke.
I don't know anything about Beckett
26
Seneke.
Yeah, well, he's your new best friend, so you better learn a lot about him.
I don't like his first name. It upsets me. So you're going to put a doctor in front of it?
Why not?
Let's move on to the hobby chase and see what's going on hockey market wise.
Dr. Phil. Oh,
Dr.
wait,
Phil.
already taken.
Biggest thing that helps Demidov, of course, is his team. We've talked about that endlessly on our show. You get a big bump playing in Montreal. He is, though, the biggest chase so far out of Series 1 and in the entire 25-26 rookie class. So far, he's dominating all sales for 25-26 rookies. If you look at card ladder sales history, in the top 20 sales for any 25-26 rookie to date, 17 of the 20 are Ivan Demidov cards.
That's insane. That's funny.
The other 3 are basically a few Matthew Schaefer Black Diamond sales sprinkled in there. Over the past 90 days, there's been 45 Demidov eBay sales that are verified as paid for that have been for more than $1,000 US. 7 of those sales are over 3,000 US, and his 2025-26 Young Guns base is starting to get some early grading returns back from PSA. The PSA 10 pop count is already at 49 with an early gem rate of about 40%. Last sale for a base PSA 10 was $1,111 US on Slab Sharks on December 4th. Please remember, good listener, there will be thousands and thousands of these.
Get them while they're hot.
It's a nice Young Gun.
It is a nice looking one. But if you get any benefit out of listening to the show, do not buy. You never want to be like the first 500 sales of a player's base Young Guns PSA 10. I would say the old Demidov hobby market is actually trucking along pretty good, even though it is being overshadowed by Celebrini and Hudson and Bedard, Gauthier, all those other people. But here's the $64,000 question about Demidov. I don't even know if he can answer it today. There's a trend with Habs, and we've talked about it before, where they're a little bit flash in the pan when it comes to hobby. Like burn bright for a very short time. Cole Caulfield, Nick Suzuki, a little bit of Hafkovsky, Lane Hudson's even kind of.
Oh, they have so many good players. Okay, go ahead.
Do you think the Demidov market is, even if he plays, Cole Caulfield's played well, right? Is it just going to cycle through to the next guy, the next guy, the next guy? Or in your mind, does this guy have staying power?
I don't think there is a next guy. Who? Owen Beck? Like what? Well, I guess that's before Demidov, but Habs fans are passionate and they're finicky. And I think it's being overshadowed by other players. I bet you the Demidov market and even locally, the Caulfield market, the Suzuki market, I bet you it's a lot healthier than we think in a more municipal way in the province of
That's a good
Quebec.
point.
Because when I go to the Ottawa show, I'm seeing Demidov a lot, right? Why? When I make it sound like I go all the time now. For the half an hour I went, a lot of Montreal cards, a lot of Caulfield cards. Whether they're selling or not, I don't know, but they're in the tables. They're in the display cases.
Montreal's very
about
your disguise.
Pardon me?
We had a lot of comments about your disguise.
What disguise? Who told you I wore a disguise?
You told everybody.
I did. I don't like that because it makes me like, what do you do? And it's like, I just want to look at my cards, man. I just want to go to look at cards. Anyways, I think the Montreal market, even though your analytics and your data points aren't showing crazy growth, I do believe that the market in person to person at shows and Facebook marketplace groups, it's strong still. It's still strong. Yeah, I don't know. $15,000 Red Outburst, Young Gun strong. I think that guy's still a little crazy, but
might be a good buying opportunity if you're a big Demidov believer or Montreal fan, given that there's so much attention on other players right now.
I think a lot of people are buying the opportunities right now. I don't think they're buying sustainability. So that's what I think is going on a lot.
Well, that's a great transition to our title topic today, which is a question that I think has been asked one way or another a lot in hobby circles over the last few weeks, given sort of the mania that has ensued around prices of certain rookie cards. Is the average collector getting priced out of the hobby? So again, we've had ton of monster cup sales, in particular for Celebrini, some Bedard sprinkled in there, big time 101s, like the best of the best cards. People are being very aggressive in scooping those up. Oh, I want to mention too, for the record, Phil in our top 5 video this week said he loves Connor Bedard and hates Macklin Celebrini. So
I did? I don't think I said that. All right. Oh, I said the villain thing. Yes, I do. Yes, I did say something like that. I like Connor. If I had to pick, I'd pick Bedard because he's more of like the villain, Yeah.
Now, there you go. We know 24-25 the cup prices have released at an all-time high. We saw a $24,000 Celebrini RPA out of 99 sale, a $37,000 Celebrini gold RPA sale too. Lots of chatter in the private sale land about big deals for 101, shields, etc. And all this has created a little bit of commentary out there. And we get a lot of people that message us that think that the hobby is now become unaffordable. People have, again, messaged over the past few weeks that quite a bit. So I thought I wanted to dig into that question and say, is the hobby really unaffordable, or is it certain parts of the hobby? What's happening here? And spent the last couple of days trying to wrap my head around this question. And in particular, is the entire market booming like it did a few years ago, when we all were stuck at home? Or is this a current market bonanza that's more isolated in certain pockets? There's no doubt that ultra-modern rookie cards for Celebrini, Bedard, Hudson, Michkov are very hot. Actually, GemRate shared their monthly, and I thought this was very insightful into this question. GemRate shared their monthly eBay snapshot the other day that have tracked athletes with the biggest increase and decrease in total dollars sold on eBay for the month of November. They listed in their recap the top 10, and probably not a surprise to anyone, of all athletes, both Macklin Celebrini and Connor Bedard made the top 10 list. So for November, total Celebrini sales were $450,000 US on eBay, up 109% from October. Total Bedard sales, 10,000 less, $440,000 US, up 127% though from October. Michkov eBay sales were actually down in November from October. He's off to a slower start, so I think that's what you would expect in that circumstance. Hudson was up a little more modest, 14%. Overall, hockey sales were up on eBay in November about 26% over October, which is a pretty healthy increase. 981,000 more dollars were spent. Here's the rub, though. About 63% of that increase, or 618,987 US dollars, were accounted for by Macklin Celebrini, Connor Bedard, Cutter Gauthier, Leo Carlson, and Lane Hudson. It's 4 players that are driving this big increase. When you look at the idea, is the overall sports card market on fire, or is it just a certain pocket? Total sports sales of all sports in November were 161 million on eBay, down 4% from October. So the hobby went actually down a little bit as a whole last November. And to me, that's an indicator pointing, again, that this is more of a specific niche or a segment of the hockey market, not the overall hobby market. eBay is not inclusive of everything. There's hobby shops and card shows and private sales. We all know that, but it's the largest selling platform. So I think is directional, at least in looking at trying to answer some of these questions. There's also a few other segments of the hockey hobby that we can point to that I think indicates what's happening is isolated to the premium releases of these last 2 rookie classes. Vintage is not on fire. When was the last time in our top 5 that we had a big vintage sale, Phil? Or I haven't seen many vintage records lately either. And when you look at like eBay sales for Gordie Howe and Bobby Orr, some of those guys are down right now as well. We're not seeing Wayne Gretzky rookie records at this point. So, and again, 4 years ago when the hobby was taking off, the Gretzkys were selling for ridiculous prices. It was more of a total market effect. And I think too, like wax, aside from the cup, isn't going as bonkers either. You can get a box of 2425 O-Pee-Chee Platinum here in the US at Dave & Adams for $230, which is not horrible given that rookie class. You look at 24, we just talked about Demidov, 25-26 Series 1 has gone down in price here in the US. It's down $10 now to $120.
That's a huge indicator. That's a big indicator.
So it kind of brings you to circle back to that question. Are collectors getting priced out of the hobby? I would say yes, if you want to collect Macklin Celebrini and Connor Bedard Cup rookies. If that's your only hobby objective, you probably are getting priced out of the hobby. And I have empathy for long-suffering Sharks fans that finally have a superstar, and I'm sure that everyone wants one of those 99 Cup RPAs, and they're going for a ton of money. And maybe you're getting collateral damage, like if your favorite player on your team that you follow is a lesser-known rookie, but the boxes are expensive. And I think the singles will still be cheap, though. You just probably can't buy some of the boxes that you're used to. And I get it. That sucks. But it doesn't mean the hobby as a whole is unaffordable. There's a million other potential fun avenues that you can choose to collect that are cheaper on the old pocketbook. It also doesn't mean that this is permanent. I think just like with Bedard, it's situational due to hype and demand. When Bedard struggled and Celebrini was just a pretty good rookie, the prices came way back down. You could have gotten a lot of really nice Connor Bedard rookies. Again, it spiked when every time the cup comes out, the prices go crazy because everyone loves the cup and everyone wants those cards. But then they go down. I think, too, the odds are pretty good that one of these players, as much as I love Macklin Celebrini, he's a second-year player. He'll probably have a 10-game stretch this year where he doesn't produce a lot of points. That's what happens to second-year players.
Could be arguing with his girlfriend. Young men, not emotionally intelligent, could be having a bad week. No shots on net.
And I think like the whole, like in most markets, not just card collecting, the tried and true rule of thumb is buy low, sell high. This is just a sell high stage. And I think that people get so like they tend to extrapolate everything to whatever's happening now is forever permanent and it will always stay the same, and everything will be every box is going to be $2,000. Every rookie is going to be $50,000 for their RPA. And I get how it can be frustrating if you're a big Celebrini guy, but I think that these moments happen. We can go back to Tage Thompson and Jason Robertson and Cole Caulfield, and Jack Hughes had a big spike. Look at when Jack Hughes, when he was on his that was crushing that season before he got hurt. His cards were setting records every day for a month. And people were saying the same thing. Like, Jack Hughes will never be affordable again. He's pretty affordable right now. So I think that this is very much an isolated situation that has resulted because of a whole bunch of things aligning together. You've got some deep pocket people that are very interested in these rookies. They're both playing well, or not rookies, but young prospects. They're playing super well. The sets are releasing at the best possible times, and it's created some crazy hobby prices. So my opinion is, I do not think the average collector is being priced out of the hobby. I think they're being priced out of Macklin Celebrini and Connor Bedard cup cards. What do you guys think?
Agreed. 100% agree with you. Exactly what we were talking about the other day. It's a handful of people that play in that pond that usually we don't play in and probably won't. And they're going after all these high cards now, or high priced cards. And I mean, it is what it is, right? But like you said, it's just those guys, maybe a couple other ones. I'm priced out of the hobby for those guys, but I'm finding a million different things I could go buy. So I'm doing fine. I can go buy some Shane Pintos.
Yeah,
I don't know how to rectify that. Phil, maybe you can help answer this for me, in that, well, when I have this conversation, like when people message us on our Instagram and like want advice or what are you supposed to do in this situation? My reflex is, I told 1,000 times, when I got priced out of Bedard, I found 8 other avenues in this hobby that have created so much joy. And some people just want to collect the hot new rookie. So I guess maybe it isn't the hobby for them then, if you can't find a different, I don't know what to say to people in that circumstance.
I don't, it is being kind, trying to, I don't like people leaving the hobby. And no, our hobby, just because our hobby is changing doesn't mean we're priced out. I think you were correct when you said, yes, you're probably priced out of the cup, RPA, blue chip prospects, NHL hockey players. Yes, I would agree. Most of us are. I'll give a little story here. In 2015, Connor McDavid, this new hockey player, came into the league, and this new set called O-Pee-Chee Platinum came out the year before. People were calling it the Mickey Mouse set. This is ridiculous, blah, blah, blah. I was one of them. Well, I wasn't as harsh. I really liked the size.
Until about 2020, people were calling it garbage, right?
Well, there you go. Even more so when it came out. It was very not paid attention to and ridiculed and mocked. Okay. So imagine what you could get a Connor McDavid seismic gold in 2015 for, when nobody was paying attention, but his cup cards were through the roof. You could have been zigging while people were zagging to the cup, paying now, mind you, limited logos of Connor McDavid were only going for a few $100s in 2015. From my memory serves me correct. I don't think I saw limited logos go over $500. Maybe a 4-color patch RPA would go for 10 grand. I don't know, but it was very different back then. Nobody was paying attention to seismic golds. Nobody was paying attention to emeralds. There's you can't get a Connor McDavid rookie card now without a heavy premium because it's a Connor McDavid rookie card. I would have bought all those up while the hobby was too expensive to collect for the cup RPAs. It was the same conversation 10 years ago, especially the exquisites. I remember a couple of big exquisite color patch Connor McDavids just flew through the roof, over $10,000. It was the same argument. I'll never afford that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. But you could have found other things. So I don't want to just repeat everything that's been said. There are so many avenues in this thing of ours. Don't be lazy and just throw up your arms and quit. Or don't be lazy, throw up your arms and leave 50 comments on people's social media that PSA sucks and Upper Deck sucks. And then you're bidding on a card 3 days later, man. Come on, use that energy for good. Use that energy to scour tcdb.com. Use that energy to scour hockeychecklist.com. Shameless plug. Or card ladder sales. There's so many things. I found a card today from 1951 I never knew existed. Look at that. I've been bitching and complaining about hockey drawn illustrations in 51, and I found something that I never knew existed before. You know, and I've been collecting cards since I'm a wee lad, a wee lass, whatever way you want to say it. Yeah. I think the hobby's going to be okay. It's just, I don't want to keep saying Pitchfork Nation. It's the circle. I'm not trying to mock anybody. Everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. If there are medical issues that are far more important than any of this, everything will be okay in the hobby. Find your hobby, personalize it, put your stank on it. You know, I'm priced out of the Connor McDavid RPAs right from the beginning. I've never had enough income to afford one at a reasonable rate in the whole bit. And I like Connor McDavid and I collect Connor McDavid, but I'm priced out of that hobby. I'm not going to leave. I'll never have a Sidney Crosby RPA. Probably not. You know, things like that. So that's okay. I have a lot of Brady Tkachuk RPAs though.
This isn't anything different though than anything else in life being priced out of. Pick your poison. Well, sure, that. Certain maybe vinyl records I want, or a certain something, and you know, pick whatever you like. There's something you're always priced out of.
I think it's because we see so many young kids being like, yeah, but it's an out of 5 and it's worth 80 grand. You're like, how did this little kid get this much? What is happening? And a lot of people are very successful in their other parts of their life. They age is just a number, right? Age is just a number. You can be a bit of a tyrant in your other life other than the hobby and be very successful financially, but you're a bit of a tyrant. Then you come into our hobby, we'll eat you alive, dude. We will eat you alive. And I think it's a lot of those people that are very loud right now.
Well,
you know, try to organize the hobby the way they see fit. Like, oh, they get chewed and spit out so fast, man. I love it.
Social media, I think, contributes as well, in that it lies to us. For the last 2 weeks, we've seen, of course, like any of us would do, if we were fortunate enough to open a tin of the cup and hit a Celebrating Gold RPA, we would all plaster it all over social media. So that's what we're seeing. We're not seeing the guy who spent $20,000 on breaks and got the Predators in every random team break, or the Wild, and got nothing.
Oh, they're there. I saw them. I accept your apologies too. Yeah, it's high emotions on Cup release week.
It can make you feel, you can spend 10 minutes on Instagram and it makes you feel like everyone's got amazing cards and I don't.
Go find your amazing cards then. They're out there. Look at this rookie breakouts. Louis found, this is an amazing card. It's not even $50. You're telling me this isn't it? Well, I hate holding it up, but there's so many beautiful cards. It doesn't matter if it's numbered or rare. That just strokes one part of my personality. I love my cheap cards just as much as my expensive cards. You just can't flex them as good, right? So
I want to get back to just again to maybe reemphasize that been doing this 3 years now, very intently, and these moments they pass. The hobby moves quick. The hobby moves on. We talk about like the drama cycle. There's always a new story, new controversy, new this. Players, our attention spans are short, and this whole, unless he scores 5 points a game for the rest of his career, there's going to be lulls. There's been lulls to Crosby. There's been lulls to McDavid, Ovechkin. There's been times when Ovechkin has been very inexpensive, which is kind of like why I like to collect him a little bit, because I feel like given what he's meant to the game and what he's produced, he's undervalued. Nathan McKinnon, we talked about him on our last show, who might have 160 points this year, is a pittance. There's that, the attention's off Cale Makar. Austin Matthews, who struggled a little bit, he's way down. It's a roller coaster, right? And just because the roller coaster is high right now for these guys, it doesn't mean it's always going to stay there.
And it's a good opportunity. Find a different player. Like, I love Brady Tkachuk because he's a mean SOB on the ice. I find that reflects some part of me that I attach to. I like Tom Wilson. I don't collect Tom Wilson, but I find a connection to a player. There is one that's out there that doesn't have to be a crazy superstar. Like, look at Ed Mintyukov. He has like the biggest Mintyukov collection and it's some of the most gorgeous, sexy hockey cards you have ever seen. He gets them for not dirt cheap. Obviously, like a 101 cup card of a no-name player is still going to be 500 to 1,000, but that is attainable. You can save for that. You can. I don't think a Minty Cup Shield card's flying off the shelf. I'm just using it as an example. It's a good. Don't be lazy and just collect Celebrini and screw this. Find a good player. Who's your team? You know, I don't know. Maybe hockey's not your sport. Maybe this is a good opportunity where you're dabbling in a hockey and it's frustrating. Maybe hockey's not your jam. Maybe it is a good opportunity. Well, that's kind of mean. I am saying leave then. I guess that's being a jerk. But it's a good opportunity to like look in the mirror, look inward, figure it out.
If you're I hate the term like true collector, but maybe it does sort of point to why you're in this versus
checking yourself doesn't mean we just have more. I hate that true collector. That doesn't even make sense to me.
Yeah, me too.
You know, yeah, that doesn't. There's so many mix and match ways to collect. And
to your point, though, about finding a player, Louis, you've had that with Heischer, where he's a great player. He just doesn't have a ton of hype. And I've been with you at the expo, and you get some of the best cards in the hobby for him, and they're not a car payment or of a really good
hockey. Yeah, of a really good player, a notable player.
Yeah, I mean it's a benefit of, I guess, who I collect. It helps, but you know, I don't like that using that either, though, because I mean, yeah, I'm lucky that I don't got to spend an arm and a leg for somebody I collect that's a good player, but are we judging? Well, it's like we're judging players on their cost.
And we kind of do. I mean, that's sort of an indicator, like what not a lot of people are talking about. Again, I like Connor Bedard. I'm a huge Macklin Celebrini Bobo. There's no guarantee. This money being spent is super risky, no matter how you look at it. There's no sure thing. There's a laundry list of players who have had ridiculous careers that have no hobby market. And all it would take is Celebrini to have a bad year or two.
Yeah.
And
sophomore slump, eh? Imagine he gets a sophomore slump. Woo-wee!
And he could be 21. Because remember, he doesn't turn 20 until like July.
Could break his femur.
Yeah, let's hope not. But true, that's always or get into legal trouble. There's all those sort of things that.
Not Macklin. He's a good boy. It's Connor that's going to get in trouble.
Well, that's the best part about me collecting Heischer then, because I don't care if his cards go down or not, because I'm not in it for the investment.
Every card, all my cards have gone down. There's not one, very few of my cards have gone up in value. I'm sure over 20 years, fine. But like in the last 5 to 10 years, I've wasted my money completely.
I never buy a card counting on it to go up in value. That's been I've said it a million times that every time I've tried to make money, I've literally got my ass handed to me in this 100% of the time.
Yeah, we suck.
So my philosophy is, am I willing to spend the amount of money I'm going to spend? Am I going to be happy owning this if it goes to zero? And if the answer is yes, then I buy it, which is why I haven't bought like a $5,000 card, because I'm not willing to lose that amount of money yet to this point. But honestly, it's like when I've taken that philosophy, those are the cards that tend to actually go up in value for me, because it's like doing it for the right reason.
Well, funny story, when I picked up the Marcel Dion Golden Treasure 2018-2019 O-Pee-Chee Platinum, and when I messaged the guy, I couldn't believe it. It was on eBay, and I messaged him. I said, "Hey man, are they still for sale? Could we work out a deal?" Blah blah blah. He responds like, "Really? You're interested?" Like, I don't know how long these cards have been for sale, right? I gave him pretty much close to asking. You know what I mean? Like, and he wasn't really expecting that sale. I'm so happy I got those cards. Nobody else on the planet has a 101 Marcel Dion O-Pee-Chee Platinum card. I have it. There's only one that exists on the planet that's worth the $850 I spent, and that I'll never get back. I highly doubt it. I'm not interested in that money back. That money's gone. It's down the toilet. That money was my 2 days Airbnb with a girl, right? I'm going to stay home this weekend. Instead of going away this weekend, I have some fun. I'm going to stay home. Thanks, Marcel. Actually, upon reflection,
I don't know. I guess maybe this hobby's easier for me than some people then, because if I'm sitting there saying I gotta buy a box, and if I don't get my money back from buying that box, then I'm gonna be mad. And if I go buy a handful of cards at a show and I don't get my money back out of them in a few years, I'm gonna be mad.
we're not friends with anybody like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so much noise. I think we got to give ourselves a little bit of credit. Same with the good listener here. Our Discord does not have this mindset.
Mm-mm.
The social media I gravitate towards does not have this mindset. It's the headlines. It's the sports card professor yelling at Jeff Wilson ignoring everybody, then Dan the card man, and then like it's just a loud. I mean, it sucks. I hate this because I'm so loud. And I can't say ignore the noise. Then you're gonna ignore me. Don't ignore me. But just because I'm vocally loud, I hope you metaphorically we're not loud, right? Like we're not by the shiny thing. I think we're doing pretty good passing on the message. I think we're doing pretty good congregating with like-minded people. And I think the good listeners doing very well as well, because the more people that approach us at the card shows, every card show seems more and more like-minded people approach us, you know? And we're doing something right. So there's nothing to say that someone doesn't have a bad day and gets pissed off at the hobby. We've all been there, but call a friend, call a friend. He'll cheer you up. Go on eBay or maybe trigger your memory and remember why you started this to begin with. I'm upset the Celebrinis are so expensive too. I love cup cards. I would love just a black RPA. It's not possible. That ship has sailed. I'm not interested. And I'll find other ways. So I bought a Patrick Waugh. That solved my cup itch. You are smart enough, good listener, to be the master of your domain. Make the hobby your bitch.
or think of it this way: you could buy, likely. Well, I'm pretty sure you could buy a 2012 Fleer Retro Sidney Crosby green PMG out of 10, the first PMG for half of what a Celebrini RPA is right now. And if I had both those cards and let's say the price, you didn't know the price of either, I'm pretty sure you would choose the Crosby
all day, every
PMG
day.
anyway.
I think a lot of our friends and a lot of people in the hobby would pick a green PMG 2012-13 over a Macklin Celebrini RPA. They would. I think we could judge a lot of covers for what they would pick, right? For what they would.
I think this hurts right now. Like if you're addicted to the chase of new products, like if that's kind of what fuels your hobby experience, is new products coming out, ripping a case or two, all the excitement over, because we're human nature. What's new and shiny, we get preoccupied with.
Do you know why I don't think the hobby's dead? In this past week, I bought a game used jersey, not patch, game used jersey, non-autograph of Wayne Gretzky for $55 off of eBay. No one's paying attention. It's just a jersey, but it's game used from 98, right? UD materials. I bought a Patrick Waugh game used triple color, one of the nicest exquisite cards you've ever seen for $1,100. How is the hobby dead? I bought a piece of history for $1,000, not $20,000. If anyone can afford $1,000, anybody can. I mean, if you can save your money for a month or two, you can go buy a beautiful hockey card every few months if you want to be a part of this hobby.
Oh, sure.
And you can buy cheap O-Pee-Chee cardboard or flagship and be a set collector. There's so many ways. And I do believe they are out there. It's the social media thing. Not everyone wants to hoot and holler, right?
Well, that's all you see. I mean, we've talked about it. If we're going to do a show, or say we do a cheapie show, who's going to watch the most bought $1 cards bought this week?
Yeah, we're part of the problem. I think that's we do top 5 sales.
Throw ourselves under the bus there.
Cup RPA. Well, it's true. It sells for $405,000. We talk about it because it's human nature. We don't talk about Dale, who just completed an insert set from 2017 O-Pee-Chee paper.
Well, on Friday nights in Phil, we do honor those people. We do.
Good.
Yeah. That's why it's
Well,
important to me.
yeah.
Friday Nights with Phil is a very big collector show, and it's not a true collector show. It's probably Friday Nights with Phil would probably be very boring if you're looking for the latest and greatest of the hockey hobby. But if you're well threaded and you just like hanging out in that type of environment, then yeah, it's come hang out, man. We have a great time. We're super silly.
And things will always push forward. Nobody could have conceived in 2015 when McDavid RPAs were coming out that today would be like the prices would be what they are today. But also at every other era in 2015, people were losing their minds over how expensive Connor McDavid RPAs were.
Yeah, I have so many memories of O-Pee-Chee Platinum, dude. Like I can't. There are cards out there that you can find that are amazing. Louis found one of the rookie breakouts. Nobody knows that card. Nobody knows it. Go find that. Don't worry about Celebrini and Will Smith RPAs. Don't worry about them, even though they are gorgeous.
They are nice.
They're so nice.
Yeah. But there's a lot of nice things out there that look sweet that don't have that price tag. So, but
What's going on with the cat, Phil?
He's I don't know. He's emotional. I got to hold him for a bit.
Okay, there we go. Good talk. Let us know what you guys think, the good listener. Let us know in the comments. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Do you think everyone's getting priced out of the hobby, or are you mad? Yeah,
if you're mad, get it out there. I mean, but then 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes. Then be happy. Go look at the cards you have. Go be grateful for the cards you have. I mean, if you have crap cards, I'm sorry, but.
And if you want to blame us, Phil and I just ask you blame Louis.
that's fine.
Yeah. Honestly, though, just honestly blame me.
Please. We can't take anymore. Okay, let's move on to new product releases brought to you by Gongshow friend and partner Mint Inc. Mint Inc. is Canada's premier hobby shop experience. Now 2 locations in the GTA, Vaughan and Ajax, and also available all over Canada at mintinc.ca. 'Tis the season for giving, boys. If you haven't found that special hobby buddy or maybe podcast co-host a perfect gift, then maybe a Mint Inc. gift card, which you can buy at mintinc.ca, is what you're looking for. Louis, you'll probably want to know that you can buy them in $25, $50, $75, and $100 increments. Great stocking stuffer.
No, you can buy any increment you want. Come on, you can buy 160, 98 if you wanted to.
I'm sure just on their website that's what they have options to choose.
I'll see myself out then.
For new products, singles, grading, consignment, card supplies, and much more, visit Mint Inc. in store or check out their website at mintinc.ca. Not a ton going on new product releases right now. I did get a tiny bit of an update from Upper Deck as far as the release calendar, and it's not very full. A little bit of a holiday pause, I would say, in new product releases. The next thing that we have coming up is a week from now, next Wednesday, we'll have a pretty big set. I think a very interesting one in 24-25 ingrained icons. We'll go through that in depth on Monday's show.
Do we know pricing yet? Do we know pricing?
I think so.
It was $5 last time Canadian. I was like, oh God, big hit.
Remember, this is I think, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, it's the first set since SP Legends that's been solely retired players. So ingrained icons is only
big cards in there, right?
Big cards. A lot of stick nameplates. So the part of the stick that had like Gordie Howe's name on it or Iserman's name on it. Sort of thing.
I know what it looks like.
Phil, you're not the only person listening to the show.
Well, I just thought we were talking.
Okay.
Anyways, look in my eyes. I think you're paying attention to me.
Wow. I am very longingly looking into your eyes. Then there's about a month break until January 14th, where we'll have the New York Rangers Centennial box set. I believe this is the retail variation.
Oh, come on. I'm still waiting for the Detroit, not in anticipation, just out of... I'm just curious because they're really nice sets. I would really like the Detroit Red Wings hobby Centennial set to come out because I'm sick and tired of looking at the square box. I want to look at the rectangle box.
Yeah, there's better cards in the hobby too. Rangers hobby is slated for mid-March of next year. Made me think though, I have a question for you guys about the Rangers Centennial set. Who's your favorite Rangers player of all time?
Gilles Perreault.
Oh.
No. I'd say
or
maybe
Rod Gilbert. You mean
Eric? No.
Gilbert Perreault played for Buffalo, I think.
Yeah, I
And
know.
Rod Gilbert.
You're right. It's Rod Gilbert. I'm sorry. Eric Lindros and Guy Lafleur.
It has to be a guy that is known for being a Ranger, because I went through that too. I came up with Hank. It was kind of tough for me. Like, who's,
Yeah. Jeff Bukaboom, maybe? I guess. I don't know. Here comes the train, Bukaboom.
even
I don't know,
Messier,
man.
I think, is still more of an Oiler than a Ranger. Would you say that?
You're just not letting me pick anybody.
No.
I don't know. I don't like the Rangers, I guess. They took
Okay.
my pajama dad. So
There you go.
I guess Mika Zibanejad, is he a Ranger?
I think so. I think
Okay,
I would say
him, yeah.
Panarin too is more identifiable with Rangers than Blackhawks since he's been there a lot longer.
I like my first picks, Eric Lindros and Guy Lafleur.
Sure.
Not
Louis,
a
you
Kreider
gotta-
guy.
What?
No, I just said you're not a Kreider guy. Probably Hank.
Really?
Yeah.
He's pretty cool, eh? He's handsome, good flow.
Good suits. Nice hair.
Good suits, yeah. Probably, I mean, having a career in the city of New York and being a superstar athlete must be pretty crazy.
Yes.
Derek Jeter's life, man. I would just, what a lucky guy.
Okay, last new product releases question. Then we're going to move on to personal pickups.
Brian Leach.
American, such a Yankee.
That was another Baba Louie Hobby hot take.
This is a general wax question. Let's say at a Christmas party, you
It
get
hurts.
a $500 Hobby Wax gift card for Christmas, and you're going to go tomorrow to the hobby shop. What box are you buying first? Under $500.
I'm asking the owner if I can use my gift card to buy a single.
It's not the question.
No. Okay. I'll take option B, sir. I would buy probably Stature. I'll tell you what I won't buy, Platinum. Because I think O-Pee-Chee Platinum's printed twice more than anything else on the planet. Yeah, probably Stature. Or I'd fill in the difference and buy maybe I'd go the tin of the cup and treat myself for Christmas. Can I add cash to it?
Sure.
Yeah?
Because you just
I'm
keep
probably
changing the
buying.
rules until I let you answer
Oh,
something
Fred, I
different.
don't
so
like
sure.
rules. Rules are meant to be broken.
You got
I would
$500
probably
bucks.
I'd like to add
That's
money and buy the cup of this year.
Louis,
Trying to think of a way to break the rules too.
You've had 45 seconds.
I don't break the rules.
That's no
I'll
fun.
I will get Stature, but not this year's.
oh,
How's that?
Isn't it the
Okay.
best year to get?
Not for me.
maybe
No.
less expensive. But here's what I would do. If they had 57 boxes of EX2000 in stock, I'd probably buy those.
He'd give it to you. He'd walk it out to your car. Take it, brother. Take it.
I would actually, if I was going to partake in the wax experience, Philip, I think I'd go the platinum route
Philip.
because you could get 2 boxes of 2425 platinum at Chase Celebrini that way.
Nah, you're not gonna get it, dude. You could buy 3 cases. You won't even hit 1 Celebrini. Platinum's. I don't think I'll ever buy another O-Pee-Chee Platinum box in my life. They're just the base. It's like 99 base cards, 1 insert. That's what it feels like. I know that's not what it is, but that's what it feels like.
I'd probably come out of there with 5 boxes of Parkies.
Oh, there you go. It's not a bad
Good
option.
call, Louis. Yeah, it's a good call.
Can I take that bet? Can I buy 3 cases of OPG Platinum? And if I don't hit a single Macklin Celebrini card, you'll pay for them?
No, my card probably wouldn't make that purchase. We could do one at a time. Let me pay it off. Go back. Yeah.
Again, for gift cards or any Christmas hobby box ideas, if you're in Canada, check out mintink.ca. Personal pickups. Phil, did you have anything to share? You did a mega
Yeah, I'm good.
show and tell last show. Okay. Louis, what did you pick up since our last show?
Well, see, look at how perfect this falls into our latest topic. It's like $10. I don't even think I paid that. Got it from
Really?
a buddy.
I think you overpaid.
2008 9 Fleer Ultra Ice Medallion out of 100. Marty Broder.
We're just all shocked you paid for a card.
So am I. Getting old.
Don't lie. Who gave this to you? It was
Well,
Joanne. Okay. It was my
yeah,
wife.
it was my wife.
That's
No,
a
I
good
actually
card.
I got it at the expo from Seth
Oh, nice.
Our Seth?
Hi, Seth.
paid bought it, or did I? I don't
okay.
even know. Maybe I probably didn't. What the hell?
Now the truth comes out.
I don't even remember.
If Seth did not sell this to you, Seth would have given this to you. But that's okay. It's a great card.
These are very cheap, though. They are good cards, and there's a like a who's who of Hall of Famers. I like the cursive foil naming. I know, Phil, you're not a huge fan, but I like that on these cards.
I like
Looks
it.
cheesy. Looks like Windows 95.
Mm-hmm.
I had a personal pickup that goes back to our hidden gems segment. There you go. Right, that's part of why maybe we do that on the show. It's a 1995 Upper Deck Wayne Gretzky Electric Ice Gold BGS 9.5. It's the 1990 tribute version of that, and I think I got this for about $120.
Nah, good score, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you're keeping it in a 9.5 BGS. You like it like that in your collection.
Well, I would have got a different one if it's a Gem Mint Plus. So yeah, it's right here.
Oh, blah blah blah.
Doesn't say plus.
That's one
It's a
guy's
9.5.
So it's one guy's opinion. All I'm saying is, like, aesthetically, you like that BGS slab in your case in your house, and you wouldn't like this card in a nice top loader or one type.
I would buy another one that's raw and put it in a top
Okay.
loader binder.
Now, is it because you would want to, because in case you sell it? That has to be why.
Yeah,
if you kept
there's
it, you
there's a
wouldn't.
part of that
Okay.
would like to see over time if these get more popular, and if that's the case,
Okay.
then I think I have a pretty nice copy.
Okay. All right. Fair
And
enough.
I have
yeah.
a third party opinion that it's a nice copy as well. I don't take it for being the absolute truth on God sort of thing, but yeah,
No, but it's adding premium to a sale if you ever want to sell it again, for sure.
I don't think I do. I think I really gained an appreciation for this set though.
Okay.
And there's part of me too, which I would assume this exists for other people as well. Why I like high graded cards in certain circumstances is I like having one of the best copies of that card.
Fair. Yeah. Say it all the time. Yeah.
Yep. Many
So-
ways to hobbies, people. Yep.
A lot of ways to hobby. Well, that's our show. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a rating, review on Apple, Spotify, whatever podcast app you listen to us on. Oh, Phil, I forgot about tomorrow. Did you have fun?
Ah, come on.
If you love the show, you want to support us, want to chat with us on the Hockey Cards Gongshow Discord server, please consider a $5 a month donation. Join our $9.99 support level tier on Patreon. Link is in the show description. And our Instagram, TikTok profiles on our website, hockeycardsgongshow.com, or on Patreon's website, patreon.com, and just search for Hockey Cards Gong Show. We're on social media. Follow the Gong Show on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. And boys, the Hockey Cards Gong Show podcast is a production of Dogbox Ventures, LLC. Stay safe out there if you're in a snowy area of the world like we are. Have an awesome weekend, and we can't wait to be back with you on Monday. Baba Louie, take us out.
Bye.
It's the Gong Show, we're dropping the facts. Hockey cards on fire, no holding us back. Josh looking sharp, the face of the scene. Feeling pork chop pants, rocking it clean. Baba Louie in the booth, he's the man with the plan. The best producer in all the land. Gong Show Nation, let's hit the flow. It's the Hockey Cards Gong Show, let's go, let's go. Wanna say them in the show.
Suck it, Trebek. Amen, brother. I got a little package. You jerks.